Jong-un supposedly signing the order for the test, but many experts doubt whether North Korea is even capable of carrying out such a test. The White House just came out moments ago and said that its initial analysis is inconsistent with the North's claim of a hydrogen bomb. But that doesn't alleviate the questions moving forward. Joe Cirincione is president of Ploughshares Fund and author of Nuclear Nightmare, Securing the World Before It's Too Late. Let's start there, Joe. Is it too late when it comes to North Korea?
No, it's not too late. The test today was, yesterday was basically a flop. It didn't come anywhere near what the North Koreans intended. I think it's a hoax. They did not detonate a hydrogen bomb. We can tell that from the seismic signal. It was about 6 to 7 kilotons, 6 to 7,000 tons of yield. Even a failed hydrogen bomb test would have been 10, 20, 50 kilotons of yield. So we've been played by the North Koreans into spreading headlines around the world that they have a hydrogen bomb. They do not.
But they do have nuclear weapons, don't they, Joe?
Yes.
You don't need a hydrogen bomb to kill a lot of people, and that's one of the questions is, well, they still have this other technology. They're still acting out, if it's a hoax or not, they're still acting out and want the world's attention, so they still seem dangerous. What's your assessment of the threat they pose us now?
Yes. What scared everybody this morning when we woke up was the idea that they had a hydrogen bomb, which can be 1,000 times more powerful than an atomic bomb. So the bomb we dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, about 15 kilotons. Our first hydrogen bomb test, 10 million tons, 10 megatons. So that's what you don't want North Korea anywhere near that technology. But they still have nuclear weapons. There's been a failure of U.S. policy, both Democrats and Republicans on this score. Remember, they got nuclear weapons under the Bush administration. They kept the nuclear weapons under the Obama administration. Both administrations have failed to contain North Korea. You cannot let them continue to advance this program, because sooner or later they will be able to get hydrogen bomb technology.
And that's something we've been reiterating on our show a lot today, about the bipartisan failure to deter and deal with North Korea specifically. Senator Rand Paul was on our program this hour, Joe, and he said part of his solution would be to engage specifically China. He says China is the key to all of this. What do you think of that?
Yeah, I saw that interview, and I thought you did a great job with him, and he had both of you had some excellent points. You have to get over the idea that we use every foreign policy program or failure as an attack on the incumbent president. Let's admit that what we failed so far. Let's go forward right now. China is the key. China has more power over North Korea than any other country. They can squeeze North Korea more than they have, but China's never going to squeeze them hard enough to cause a collapse of the regime. North Korea knows that. What we have to do on our side is engage again with North Korea. It's difficult, it's odious, we don't like talking to these kinds of people, but history's lesson is very clear. When we talk to North Korea, we can at least contain their program. When we don't talk to them, they take these provocative actions.
There are those that are certainly critical of talking more to North Korea, as you know, Joe, who say, well, we've been there, we've done that, we've tried all these different options on the table, now it's time for something different and perhaps more aggressive. The big question when you pose to people that have that point of view is that there is not necessarily another plan. So let's say if we do have the talks, well, is it just the simple act of talking that's going to keep them contained? Or will we wake up eventually and see that hydrogen bomb test for real? Because that also happened, as you mentioned, over the course of many different administrations.
Yeah, you don't go into any of these talks naively, and you don't talk just for the sake of talking, but engaging them is part of what they want. In the process of talking to them, you can get more information about their program. You can get them to freeze their program. That has, in fact, worked in the past. We can find out what they want, what they value, that they will be willing to accept instead of going ahead with the program. And if China works with us, and this is where Senator Paul is right on this, if China works with us, the combination of the U.S. and China can put enough pressure and offer enough incentives to freeze and perhaps roll back North Korea's program. It's better than any of the alternatives.
Certainly a lot of hypotheticals and alternatives out there today as we kind of search to find out what are the facts behind this story. But Joe, always great to have your expertise and nice to have you back on the program. Thank you very much.
My pleasure. Thank you.
An armed